Hey guys, welcome back. So as you can see, a bunch of snow. This is a bunch of days later from my previous video when I said I was going to do the snow melt, which I did. This was all pure pavement. I haven't plowed any of that, so you can kind of tell there's more snow over there, but this was, I don't know how many inches that is, probably 3-ish. It's kind of fluffy underneath, and then the top's a little bit wetter. So that was overnight. We're supposed to get another, I think 1 to 4 today, and then overnight in tomorrow, a couple inches. So coming out here, gonna do the boiler. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I really loaded it up last night. So yeah, I didn't show the snow melt. That day was kind of a hectic day. I mean, I was cutting all day on some boiler wood stuff that I had here that I wanted to get done, so I would have some wood. And then we lost power for about, how many hours? It's like 5 o'clock till like 1:30 in the morning, give or take. We had enough solar backup to get us a few hours, and then I hooked the generator up to the house and we were fine, so no big deal. So yeah, I didn't get a video of the snow melt. I was just really busy and I didn't want it to be rushed. So but I've, like I said, you guys have seen it before. It works, no problem. Yes, I wasted wood that I don't have to run it, but it worked. So it's nice to see that I don't have to touch it. You know, you spend all that money on a lot of concrete and stuff. I'd hate to keep scraping it and breaking it and whatever with the tractor and whatnot. So I don't know. I probably won't do it today. I should, but I won't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I never know what I'm gonna do anymore. So, but we're gonna do the boiler now. Like I said, I haven't come out here and done it yet. I know it's still got some type of wood in there because it's been running. We are at 181, so she's gonna shut off any minute, but I'm gonna turn her off. Let's take a look and see what we got. Shouldn't have to crack it for that long. Okay, so got a fairly good base. Bunch of big oak rounds. Nice. So I was thinking I was gonna have to throw some of this in there. It's my kids' bags from their Valentine's Day party at school. But so let's get this. That's my Valentine's Day party there. So this is some of the spruce that I brought home. Was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago now. That's what's left of it. This doesn't create any type of coals, like at all. Where this oak, this is all I got too. This is all I got now. That and this for wood. So that's kind of the goal today, is to go get some boiler wood. I know I have some over there I can cut up, but there's a bunch of, I mean, I got a ton of dead ash trees all over the place that I'm going to cut down, cut up, at least get, I don't know, 2-3 totes. That'll give me a couple more days, because it's supposed to be cold, like real cold here starting Monday, which is right around the corner. So let's toss in a bunch of wood here. Try not to get smoked out of here. So I wanted to get the driveway done. I know we have some packages showing up today, and it's FedEx, which I really can't stand, but the packages need to be signed for, so they're gonna have to try to drive up here, which they're never gonna get up here. It's gonna be too icy. So I gotta try to get the driveway as best I can. It's too steep, so try to pay attention, because the last time they tried delivering something to us, we had like a trace of snow, and they said they tried to deliver, but they never pulled in the driveway. You could tell there was no tracks, and you know how that goes. You know, they come back the next day. It's just a bunch of BS. And to be honest, I get so sick and tired of them. I'd rather it be UPS or USPS or whatever, DHL. It's always a problem with them. So if I had nothing to do, I would just sit in my truck down there all day and record it just to prove a point that they didn't show up ever. All right, let's toss some of this in. Some big rounds here. Now I'm going to put more net in there. That'll be enough to probably get us through the day. I just want to have enough more in there that I don't lose my coal bed like I did the other day. That was a pain trying to get it going again with wet wood. And there's nothing better than throwing oak in there to get you good coals. Alright, that should get it done. Smell that pine. Spruce, whatever. Beautiful. Okay, let's go get her turned back on. Get out of here so I don't die. All right, so she probably won't go into a burn cycle for quite some time. But yeah, so today and after today, tomorrow is when it starts to really drop. I think Monday is like a high of 1 degree. So, I mean, that's cold. Negative like 10 or 12 at night or something like that. So, there's not enough snow to put the snowblower on. I mean, I could, but to hook all that up just for a few inches, I might as well just use the bucket and just scrape it. Won't take that long. The longest part will be scraping up the stuff I haven't done that I drove over, which is frozen to the ground. So we'll see. I gotta get some oak for the house fire, which is cranking right now. That's another thing. So like, I lost the coal bed on here the other day. I just didn't throw in enough wood. I think it was, yeah, it was for the nighttime burn. So I must have not have thrown enough wood in in the morning. So I come out here and there was some coals, but nothing like a couple inches thick. You know, it was maybe like a half an inch of coals, not a lot. And I'm throwing in coal or super wet frozen wood, fresh cut, you know, big chunks, as you just saw. Throw that in. Of course, that didn't catch. And mind you, now it's like 10 degrees out. It's cold in the dark. I come out here and I look in there. You know, there's some type of little bit of burning, but nothing. You know, it's not raising the temp in the boiler, especially when there's heat load on it. So I threw in a cedar kindling in there. I made a little void, and I had tons of wood in there. I had a little void underneath, threw some cedar kindling in there, threw a bundle that I sell, which is super dry, threw that in there, which is right next to the coals. Shut the door. You could see that it all caught, because I went and did some 15 minutes later. I come back, I cracked the door, and it's just cranking in there, like raging fire. So I'm like, oh, okay, good. That should get everything, going again, right? So go in the house, hour goes by, I get a notification on my phone, the boiler's cold again. I'm like, I look at my monitoring system, and you could see it got up to like 175, and then it slowly went back down. So it never got up to its set point, which is 182 that I have it set at. So I come out here, all the wood that I just threw in there, all that burned up. So I'm like, well, is what I thought was a raging fire to get everything caught, didn't work. So I go get the oak that I have kiln dried that we burn in the house. I grab a whole hand cart worth of that, bring that over here, shove that right back in the void that I just did with the cedar in the bundle, and I threw half of it on the back side where I knew there was some coals, shut the door. So now I know I have oak in there, so it should be a little bit slower burning even though it's super dry, but get hot and get some coals. And that did the trick. Then it was fine after that, and it's been fine since, and that was 3 days ago. So yeah, never lose your coal bed, because it's just a pain in the butt, especially if you're trying to burn unseasoned wet wood, which that's what I'm doing. So big mistake. That's why I kind of always say, always throw a little bit more than you think that you need for your 12-hour burn, if that's what you do. Trying to think, that might have been the day that I ran the snow melt. That's probably what it was. And I had that, no, I don't know what day it was. Every day folds together, but coal bed on a boiler is absolutely huge. No coal bed, no fire. Unless you got the most driest wood that you can find to throw in there, you know, because then all you need is just a little ember to keep it going. So, not literally live tree cut down yesterday, cut up, thrown in there. It's not going to burn. Yes, it all burns if you have a coal bed. So clearly I have one in there that it should be fine. The biggest thing is having enough load on it, especially a boiler that size, to keep it going. Because if there's not enough load on it, that will sit dormant for so long, it'll just go out. So, and that's always a concern of mine. So, with wet wood. So yeah, I'm gonna do the driveway. I won't record any of that because it's a lot of messing around. I may or may not record some cutting down some small trees, you know, collecting some boiler wood. It's all gonna be ash. Hopefully I can get enough for a couple days. Yes, I could throw in whatever I want. I have a ton of wood that's dry. Because I had a question the other day saying, why are you selling the wood when you need it? Well, all that production wood, which is all for like fireplaces, wood stoves, whatever, normal size firewood, I can make good money on selling that versus taking a face core to that I can make whatever with it. That's going to last me maybe 2 days in the boiler. Maybe 2 days. And you're all going to be like, wow, you're going through a lot of wood. I'm also heating this whole building, okay? Heating that when the kiln is running, okay? Heating this occasionally. Hot water. I mean, the attached garage, I mean, there's a lot of BTUs it takes to heat over 10,000 square feet. This concrete that's heated is over 4,000 square foot, 6 inches. It's not 4. It's not a sidewalk, you know? That's a 3,000 square foot garage. That's a 2,000 plus the kiln. House is 26. Attached garage, which is, it's insulated, but it's a garage door, so it's not that insulated. Hot water. 2 kids that take baths every day. I mean, there's a lot of BTUs. Okay, so I'm gonna sell the wood versus burning it in there. I'm not gonna spend $50 a day because that's what it would be. Well, more than that. We'll just say $50 a day of wood I'm throwing in there. That's a joke. You know, that's this right here. Okay, so if I throw this in the boiler, that's gonna maybe last me 2 days, just because of how small it is. That's not dry, but you know, because it hasn't been dried yet. That doesn't make any sense to me, right? I'd rather turn the house back on the normal and run natural gas. So if that gives you any idea of why I'd rather sell it, I'd rather go out and cut some things that are dead anyways and throw it in there. So, and besides, you know, unsplit, you know, here's an example. That's a basswood tree right here, the small guy. You know, I have probably 200 of these trees dead that are ash, looked at just like that I could cut down. That's free heat wood that's sitting out there. So, and I'd rather make money than just donating it to myself. That just doesn't make any sense. So I'm just not prepared this year. I mean, we got a lot going on here. So like I just work a 9 to 5, go home and do nothing. So it is what it is. I make do, and I'll make it work the rest of the year. I'll just figure it out as I always do. Sick or not sick, I'm not even fully back to normal. It's ridiculous. So, but things that got to get done. So yeah, that should be fine. We'll see what I come up with. I'm still going to make a video on my tree equipment here. Maybe I'll do that today. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I may or may not melt this. I haven't decided yet. I just wish I had a lot more wood than it would be on already. I would have had it on overnight. It did do good though. I didn't get it preheated enough before the last snow. I turned it on about a half hour too late. It melted it just fine. I mean, this was just bare pavement. 12 hours later, you know, because that's how long the snow was. It was literally from sun up to sundown. Actually, it snowed till about 2 a.m. I know I'm rambling here, but it worked. But the snow melt had to run for, you know, a good 16 hours. I turned it off a little early because it holds heat for, you know, a good amount of time afterwards. But it cycles, it does the thing, it doesn't run non-stop, so it's efficient somewhat. You just go through a good amount of wood. But enough rambling. I got to get to work, got to get the snow all cleaned. We'll see what I come up with. I'm going to try to keep the videos coming, guys. It's just there's just a lot going on, and sometimes I just don't have the energy to take more time in recording as I'm doing right now. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. But as always, keep earning.